Hi, welcome. So you have just logged in, you've just created your own school's profile, and this is a quick tutorial just to help you navigate from here going forward. So your dashboard will look like this. You've got your classrooms at the top, and this is the top navigation bar is basically where you set up your school, and down the left-hand side menu is where you've got your different modules. We list each module. There's 3 different types of modules: the administration module, communication, and academic. The top right hand corner, you've got your own profile. You can go into your profile, edit at any time, and you can change your password. So let's just say that we want to set up a teacher. So the first step would be to click on our staff, click on view invite, and then I want to add a teacher. So we click on teacher profile. The difference between administrator, teacher, and general staff, the school administrator is the person that manages the system, sets up each class, adds teachers, adds the students, or what have you. A teacher obviously is linked to a class and would teach a class. And then general staff might be staff that work at the school but don't necessarily need to access the system. So let's add a teacher and call this one Mr. Brad Pitt. His job title is a teacher. His email address could be brad@childcloud.co.za. Right, P. Okay, and then we've got space for the mobile. Put a mobile number in there, and then date of birth, which is optional. The nice thing about this is then you can get notified when it's each teacher's birthday within the school. You just click on the year at the top, flip between the years, click on the date and the birth date. Okay, upload a profile photo, which I won't do now, and then you literally just click submit. Okay, added. Your staff member has been added. So that person's now been emailed, and they'll be able to create their own password to access as a teacher. So you can see now classrooms, that teacher has not been allocated to a classroom. So it's very easy to do. You literally click on classrooms at the top, click on view classrooms, click on add new, and then you can call this, for example, grade. You could call that actually GR10. Phase could be grade 10. You might have grade 10A, B, C, D, whatever. Teachers, Brad Pitt. And then these are the modules that you would allow that classroom to access. So if it's a young classroom with young children, you may want to turn off the homework module. You click submit. Okay, classroom's added. So you've added a classroom. Now you can view that classroom. There's grade 10. No children are found. So what we can go and do now is we can go and add a child. The child might be called Sue Smith. She's female. Her parents' name are Heidi. Parents' email could be Heidi.Smith. This would be the parents' email address, obviously. And then you just choose a class that you want to allocate that child to. Okay, the child's been added successfully. So you've added a classroom. There's the class, there's the child, there's the teacher. So basically that is as simple as it is. You just added a classroom, you've added the teacher, you've added the child. The parent is already in the system now because you've just added them with the child's profile. Okay, so there's Heidi Smith, you just added her. If you want to go and invite that parent, I wouldn't suggest doing it now because you're still building the school, but once you've added everything to the system, you can go ahead and click the invite button, and that would invite that parent. There's also a tutorial there on how to invite the parent, and this little status icon of all the different buttons. Okay, so moving on to your school's profile. This is all information to do with your school. You can change that any time. You can upload a logo for your school, which will appear in the top left-hand corner. You've got your school settings. So these are the modules that would appear for your school administration portal. You can activate emailing, SMS, your general settings, but I'll let you go through this in your own time. You've then got your school's term dates. These are very important to set up because it's linked to your student attendance. If these are not set up correctly, your attendance will not be calculated correctly. You can edit the dates for the term over here, and then you can also click back and edit the public holidays. Then you click the pencil icon, and you can change anything you want. The subscription button just shows you which plan you're on, and these are the different free versus premium modules, and then there's a quick startup guide here as well. You can just click the little button at the bottom, and then you can flick between each page, and it just basically explains each step for you. Okay, you can do a search for a child. You can find any child within the school. So if you just type in H, that's Hardy, that's the parent. Child was Sue. And then it opens up the child's profile. Now, this becomes very interactive. So you've got the attendance for the child, you've got the activity archive, you can edit this child. So now that you've added the child using the very, very brief form, you're only capturing critical information there. You can go in and actually edit the child's profile. And this is where you've got over about 100 different fields that you can add if you want to. Okay, click update, it'll update that form for you. You can change the child's profile photo. You can add a photo of the child here. You can add the child to daycare, add the child to a group like a tennis group, a rugby group. You can move the child to a different class. You can add a subject to the child. Just click on this little link over here. And then we haven't set any up yet. I'll just quickly show you that now. Academic, subjects, add a new subject. Type in maths, for example. We've got different cover photos that you can use for maths. You can allocate that to a teacher, and you can allocate it to a class. Okay, grade 10. If that wasn't the correct teacher, you can just click Edit Teacher, and you can go and choose a different teacher. And then you can also click the eye icon and see which children are linked to that class. Okay, and if the child ever leaves the school, you literally click the Archive This Child button, and it'll archive the child. Moving on to your dashboard. This is basically just a snapshot of all the different modules and a quick access to each one, but if you want to go into them via the side menu, that is also fine. So under administration, you've got your attendance module for your school staff, for your students. You've got a behavior module, you've got a database, which is very useful, that allows you to basically extract any information from within the system. You click Apply Filters, and it'll just basically give you a breakdown, and you can deselect whichever fields you want. And you can print that list. Daycare, got a full daycare module. You can call it like primary daycare, but you may have a primary and a high school daycare system. Select the staff. You can add the staff to daycare over here. And you've got an enrollment section. This is quite a detailed module. I'll do a video just specifically on this. But this is how your school's enrollment form would look, and the parent basically goes in and selects the year, the term that they want their child to come to your school. But I will do a full module on this. We've got a groups module, you've got an invoicing module. Okay. You can invoice through the system, you can do balances, you can do statements, what have you. You've got a communication module with all the children's birthdays in the school, calendar events. You can email and SMS any parent within the school. You can email them, for example, the whole school, upload an image, and then tap a little message, and that then goes through to the whole school. You've got an archive for all your SMSs. You've got a school gallery, very easy to add an album. So the school gallery basically is visible to every parent within the school. The teacher's gallery would just be visible to that teacher's class. You've got a news module. If you want to post any news to the parents, you can come in here. Reminders modules works the same way. You've got a school documents page, which lets you upload, for example, school lunch menus, anything that you want the parents to see throughout the year. You've got a weekly newsletter. It's a module on its own. And then last, you've got your academic module for reports, class timetables, exam results, your subjects module. That's where you can go in and add or edit subjects. And you've got the virtual classroom. And I'll do a whole module on this, but basically you just have the ability to create module adding topics and lessons, but this is quite detailed, so I will do a full module on this. Great, I hope that's useful. If you've got any questions, please email support@childcloud.co.za.